Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you a really quick standing Pilates routine, which is great for mobility, it's great for balance, coordination, and one where you don't necessarily need a mat. So when you're ready, get a little bit of space and let's get ready to go. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Emma. I am a Pilates breathwork and meditation instructor, and I do happen to be registered blind. So guide dog is at the side napping, but he might join us, so listen out for him. But I tell you more importantly because I like to audio describe in as much detail as possible so that blind, visually impaired people can follow along, but also anyone that wants to take a little screen break as well. So when you're ready, you might need a wall or a chair. My chair isn't just for decoration today. We'll be using it for a little bit of balance. So if you need anything to help with balance, go grab that and let's get ready to go. So we're going to start with a nice little bit of mobility through the spine and then we'll start to get into the balance work. So we're going to start with our feet about a fist distance apart, underneath the hips. And we're going to lift nice and tall. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Maybe it's the deepest breath you've taken in all day. And as you breathe out, just let the shoulders soften. Root your feet into the mat and gently start to feel those abdominals switching on. Every time you breathe in, lengthen through the body a little bit more. And every time you breathe out, allow your body to not slouch, but soften almost. We're going to take a rock forwards, lifting the heels ever so slightly, shifting that weight through the feet, and then we're going to take a rock backwards and see if we can lift all 10 toes. And then we do that again, we rock forward, starting to feel those abdominals gently engaging to keep our balance, and rock back, all 10 toes lift. And then this time we rock back and forth, but the feet no longer leave the floor, so you're just feeling your body shifting. And then do that to the side. We're going to shift the weight from right foot to the left foot. And just again, feel that change in weight. Stopping in the middle where you find all parts of the feet are equal. And this time we're going to roll the ankle. Oh, that was a really good click. We're going to roll the ankles in and out. So it's like we're rolling to the insides of the feet. And then we roll to the outside. So the feet again are not leaving the mat for this one, but we're just feeling that change in weight. So you may notice that, oh, actually I was rolling my feet in quite a lot or turning them out. So just start to find again where that weight is nice and equal. And once you've found it, root those feet into the floor. We're going to lift our arms all the way up now and either interlace them behind the head, thumbs running down the back of the neck, or just have the hands on the sides of the temples if that makes it any easier, if you're a little bit tight through the neck and the upper body. And then from there, we're going to nod the chin to the chest, allow the elbows to fold in, and just feel the weight of the arms as you gently nod the chin to the chest. And we're going to roll down up and over the legs, not changing that equal weight through the feet. We're curving over, and as we reach down, let the arms relax to the feet and just see how far you can reach to those toes. And then take a roll all the way up, bone by bone to standing. We feel the lower back, the tailbone reach down to the heels. We restart bone by bone. The arms lift up again, and we repeat. We interlace the hands behind the head. We slowly nod the chin. We start to roll down. Feel those abdominals scooping up and in. Imagine peeling off of a sticky wall, bone by bone is coming down. Once you get about halfway, let the arms relax over the legs. And then slowly roll back up. We're going to do this one last time. Just move it, warming up through the back. Lift the arms, interlace the hands behind the head, thumbs run down the back of the neck. Roll down. I forgot to mention that I'm also 28 weeks pregnant today, so this is pre and postnatal friendly too. You may find I take some breaks in between, just when I feel a bit bleh. Let's take a roll all the way up to standing, lifting nice and tall. Good. We're going to interlace the hands behind the head again, thumbs running down the back of the neck, and really think about pulling the chin in so that you're not sticking and hanging the head back. from here, so the elbows are sticking out to the side, not too wide, not too narrow. Root those feet into the floor and see if you can take a big side bend up and over to the side and then pull all the way back up. And then we go to the other side. So we're trying to do this without the hips moving, without the feet changing, the weight changing through the feet. And we're just going up and over, side to side. And you may notice that one side feels a little bit tighter than the other side, or one side feels a little bit more challenging. We're adding a little bit more. So if you're a little further along in pregnancy, you might not want to twist too much, but we're going to bend up and over to the side. We're then going to rotate, twist the upper body so we face down to that side. We open back out and then we pull back up. So just that little extra rotation. So we root the feet, we go up and over. We do a little twist down towards that side to the floor. We open back out and we pull back up. Let's just do that one more time each side. So really nice to get the spine again moving and focus on rooting those feet down to the mat. And up and over to the other side. Only adding the twist if it feels okay. And then standing back up nice and tall. Good, this time we're going to add a little extension. So we're going to imagine bending our upper back over. If there's a wall behind you and it comes up to about the shoulder blades, can you bend that upper back and lift the chest up and over that wall? And then release back to a nice tall position. We go again, take a deep breath in and try to do that without the hips and the lower body moving again, just the upper back. And then release. We'll just do this 2 more times. It's really hot in this studio today. And coming back. And let's do that one last time. An extension often feels a bit more challenging because we're not used to doing it. And then let the arms relax. You might also feel the arms feel a bit achy as well, which is fine. I'm going to use my chair for the next one, so you can use a chair, maybe you can be near a wall, something like that, just for extra support basically. And we're standing nice and tall, and you might be placing one hand on the chair that's maybe to the side now. And we're all going to transfer the weight into our right leg. So the right leg's going to hover and the shin is going to face forwards. Your leg is in a right angle and your thigh is now parallel to the ceiling. And then just place the foot back down. And just try to do that without the weight shifting. So we're really trying to keep that lovely control as we lift the leg up and down. So there might be a little shift, but we're trying to stay nice and equal. We're going to add a little bit, excuse me, a little bit more to this. We're going to lift that leg up. We're then going to step forwards into a lunge. The back heel lifts. We lift back up to center. Knee is lifted again. And then we're going to step backwards and bend the knee like in a proposal position, like we're trying to lower the knee to the floor. We lift the leg up to center, we step forwards, we lift up and step back. Now I haven't got as much space because I'm kind of hitting the wall and I'm probably going out of camera shot, but hopefully you've got a little bit more space. Good, just do that one more time in each direction. We lunge forwards and we come back up to center, leg lifts back into that right angle. We lunge back and we lift the leg up. Good, this time stay with the leg lunging back. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. We're going to lunge back, and again, like I said, it's in this proposal position. So the front leg, the foot is grounded to the floor, ankle is underneath the knee, and then the back toes are behind, nice and long, knee underneath the hip. And you can have your arms by your side, and you can imagine you're holding really heavy weights. And we're going to lower that back knee down to the floor, and then we're going to straighten and come back up. And then we're going to bend both knees a little more, lower the back knee to the floor, and lift back up. Carrying on with that, we're trying to really get those arms by our side and see if those arms can stay there as we lift and lower. Or you might want your hands behind your head again like we did before. And you're trying to go as slow as you can, Not letting that front knee go over the ankle. And then standing nice and tall. And then coming back to face the front. Good, before we change to the other side, we're gonna do some side stepping. So we're really getting into all parts of the leg. Okay, so standing nice and tall, we're still on the same leg. We're gonna lift that right leg up again to that nice lifted position, that nice right angle. That makes sense, doesn't it? And then we're gonna lunge and step it to the side. So that leg is gonna step out. We're pushing the hips slightly back behind us. Imagine a bench behind you and you're trying to sit your bottom all the way to the other end of the bench. So your left leg is nice and long, right leg is bent, and then you come all the way back up and you lift that right knee back up to that right angle. And then you lunge to the side and then lift back up. And we lunge out to the side and back up. Carry on with that. I'm half off my mat. Lunge to the side and back up. 2. And back up. And last one. Lifting back up, lowering back down, and just pedal out the feet. Let's do the same to the other side. I feel like I'm really rubbish with balance because of my eyes. And then being pregnant, it's hit me all of a sudden this week. So excuse all the rubbish demos. Okay, let's do everything on the other side. So you may find at one side you felt more balanced than the other as well. So lifting nice and tall, roll the shoulders down. We're lifting our left leg up and back down. Try not to change the weight. Pull the abdominals in. Thigh lifts up towards the ceiling parallel. Shin is pointing forwards and back down. Just carrying on with that. You might want to even grab a pillow or a block and put it on your head and see if you can keep nice and steady. We're then going to step forwards and back. So we lift the leg up, we lunge forwards, back, heel lifts, we come back up so the weight transfers back to the center, and then we step back into that little proposal position almost. Knee stays hovered. We lift, we step forwards, lift, and come back. Lift up, step forwards, lift, and back. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm doing this really awkwardly because I'm sliding on the mat. And back. Good. We're going to stay back on this next one. I'll turn to the side. We're back in that proposal position and we lower the back knee to the floor and then we lift and stand back up. And then we lower the back knee down and we lift back up. Arms can be by your side. We lower. Imagine there's weights in your arms, your hands, and as you lower, you're trying to put those weights onto the floor without bending your back. Let's go 2. And last one. Coming all the way back up to standing, ready to step to the side. We lift that leg back up to the right angle, thigh parallels to the ceiling. We step out to the side. We draw back in. That was a rubbish one from me. We step to the side and we try have the toes pointing forwards, the knee going in line with those toes, and we step back up. We step out to the side and back up. Carrying on with that. You're imagining that bench and you're trying to sit right on the end of the bench. And let's do that for 2. Let's do that for 1. And then we come all the way back in. Standing up nice and tall, pedaling out the feet, and then take a roll down, up and over the legs. And just reaching all the way down. And if you're like me, you might be a little bit out of breath, especially in pregnancy. So just take your time to breathe. And then take a roll all the way up to standing, lifting nice and tall. Take a moment to breathe a little deeper. Breathe out. And you are done. Hope that didn't look too bad on my part, and you could actually understand what I was saying. I hope you found that it gave you a little bit of balance challenge, and also it kind of got you moving, maybe got your heart rate up a little bit, and nice and mobile as well. If you enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next week for another one. Take care. Bye.